Welcome to episode 16 of the Minisodes of Founder Diaries, and thank you so much for being here. Please make sure to subscribe on whatever platform that you're listening to. It really helps us to keep going and bring you more and more of these. Now, today's episode is a topic that I am going to enjoy talking about, and it's that business doesn't need to be as complex as we make it seem. We often think a business needs to be based on a novel idea, or now in the era of AI, it needs to be AI powered, it needs to be technology powered, it needs to be super innovative and super complicated. But today I wanted to highlight how the four main pillars that I think make a good business, and how many people have built businesses out of really simple ideas, and how you can too. So that simple idea you have in your mind, please go ahead and execute it. A good business is rarely revolutionary. It's usually basic, simple, needed, and profitable. So we're going to strip back to the business basics and look at what are the things that make a business likely to be successful or a good business. So, part one, the myth of novelty. So I think we have been sold that for a business to be successful, it has to be brand new, or being done in a completely different way that no one else is doing it. It has no competition, there's no predecessor, and the world has never seen this before. But to be honest, some of the strong businesses that we probably see today are extremely straightforward. There are a million competitors in the market, and yet somehow these people are doing great. So, here are the four pillars I think constitute a good business. One, there's a need, not a want, but a need, a genuine problem that you're solving for a certain market. Number two, a market that feels they need this product, and a market that is willing to pay for this product. Doesn't have to be huge, but a market that is willing to pay for it. Number three, you have access to that market. And number four, your margins actually make sense, meaning you make profit and you have room to grow and scale the business. So I want to give you some real examples of basic but successful, profitable businesses, and so it can get your wheels churning. The first one, and I actually saw this on Shark Tank, and the sharks literally had a bidding war on this business, but like it's so simple. I remember watching it and I was just like, you're making millions of dollars from selling this. A quick pause. Let's hear a word from our partners over at DigiTax. Running a business in Kenya is already like juggling so many balls, and you almost feel like a clown in a circus. Good news is that DigiTax is here to make this process a lot easier for all of us. They have a platform where you can easily create your invoices, send them to your customers or your suppliers, as well as be able to also verify any invoices that you receive. And it also allows you to view all of your historical data, and they don't experience any downtime. DigiTax is here to make this process of e-invoicing a lot easier and, most importantly, carry compliant. Make sure to check the caption for details on how to sign up, and you can easily access on your phone, your computer, your desktop, or wherever you go. They're your tax assistant in your pocket. It's actually Christmas season right now when we're filming this, and a lot of people are wrapping gifts, right? And gifts paper usually comes like in around like toilet paper, but a big size, right? And some people struggle with like cutting it straight. Like if you use scissors, it doesn't always go straight, or if you're trying to tie it, so it can be difficult to manage. So what this guy did actually is he invented something that looks a little bit like that. You know, after toilet paper finishes that circular thing that holds it together. It looks like that, but it's been cut somewhere and there's like a blade somewhere. So all you have to do is insert it into the paper and it cuts straight every single time. This guy had sold so many units of this product by the time he went on Shark Tank, and he had really good margins actually. And that's what made his business like something that the sharks were fighting for, because it clearly solves a need or a problem. It's very simple, it's effective, and he's making good margins out of whatever he's selling. A second one, I ran into a lady a few weeks ago at a meeting, and we were asking her, so like, what does she do? And she's saying that she works for a company that sells music to hotels and spas. Like they license music to hotels and spas. And I was like, how did someone even think of that business idea? But you know what? It actually solves an actual need. Hotels and spas might want music that is license free, or that they're able to use without any copyright issues, but also sells the right mood and the right tempo. Because in reality, the person who has the aux for the hotel or the spa is an individual. They have their own biases to what kind of music they like. So being able to buy this music from such providers, it's able to, like, they can set a standardized kind of music that they usually play, and it's a thing and it's a business, and hotels and spas are actually paying to license this music. And I was like, that's really smart. Number three, another Shark Tank business that I saw, and it's cat litter that changes color. depending on how your pet is feeling. So like if your pet has like a UTI especially, the cat litter will change color. And it's a really simple business because they just took cat litter, they added something to it that the color changes when the pH is different, because when the pet has a UTI, the pH of the urine will change. And that allows the pet owner to know when their cat is unwell and when they're not. I was like, smart, simple, not super innovative, no special tech or whatever, but it makes sense. Number 4, I actually came across the TikTok account of this South African business owner, and she owns like 4 businesses in a row. Is it 4 or 5? One is a laundromat. One sells water, like these places for refilling drinking water. One does shoe cleaning business, and then another one is a cafe. Actually, the cafe is inside the laundromat. All these businesses are literally like right next to each other. And it just got me thinking, she didn't start anything novel. She didn't start anything that is special or would win her any like awards for being innovative. But these are just all really simple businesses. And they're located in areas that have the traffic that she's looking for, people who need these businesses. And if you think about it, all these businesses are kind of complementary. So I think she explained for one of the businesses, you needed clean distilled water. So that inspired her to start selling the refill water business as well. And if you're in a laundromat waiting for your laundry, you probably want to eat something, right? So then the cafe made sense. And she didn't overthink this thing of starting a business. She just kind of saw there's a need, I can plug in. There's a need, I can plug in. And I really like that. So these businesses weren't necessarily birthed from some genius or novel idea. They're birthed from awareness and spotting a need. So I want to push you to try and think about, where is there a need that I have been thinking about and I can simply just go ahead and plug in. Stop putting pressure on yourself to invent the next groundbreaking innovation. You don't need something revolutionary. You just need something that's actually useful. Where there's a need, there's a way. And sometimes the most profitable business is actually just basics. Please tell us what this idea is in the comments, and maybe the rest of us can validate you on where there's a need that's not being filled in. Thank you so much for watching this minisode of Founder Diaries, and catch you on the next one. Bye. This podcast is proudly sponsored by Beauty Square KE. Beauty Square was my first full-blown business and the brand that pulled me into entrepreneurship and shaped so much of what I share here. In many ways, this podcast is an ode to that journey, the lessons, the growth, and the courage to start before everything was figured out. At Beauty Square, we're passionate about helping everyone become a skin expert, offering authentic products, from TikTok favorites to proven solutions for acne, dark spots, and more, with a team ready to guide you through all the right choices. Visit us at our CBD or Lavington branches for expert treatments like facials, waxing, body scrubs, and massages from our sister brand Sage. Find us on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok at beautysquare.ke and at Sage Skin, spelled SAGESKNN. And thank you for tuning in.